Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my podcast. Today, I kind of want to talk about my most recent previous employer. I've had so many jobs the past 2-3 years, and they've just all been overlapping, and I've had multiple jobs at the same time. And the most recent one that I just kind of had to leave was Nordstrom. And I worked there for almost a year, not quite a year yet. I had to leave because I wasn't comfortable working during the quarantine. So my manager just told me that I had to resign and stuff like that, which was quite sad. I just kind of want to talk about the beginning to the end of this job experience and what it was like working at Nordstrom. I worked at Nordstrom for almost a year, and when I applied for a job there, I applied for a seasonal position. And I was actually working at another retailer for 3 years, and I wasn't planning to stay at Nordstrom, to be honest. Even though it was one of my dream companies, I was only hoping to or expecting to work during the season, the Christmas season, and then kind of skip the job and kind of hop back to H&M type of thing, because my goal was to have H&M be as long as possible on my resume, because I already worked there for 3 years and I didn't want to just kind of cut off my retail experience after 3 years. I wanted it to go to 5 years, because I wanted to maintain a retail job until I finish graduate school. So there's that. I feel like if there's someone that watches my video, they would know exactly who I am. But I really don't even give a fuck. But yeah. Um, so I applied for Nordstrom as a seasonal position, and after I think 1 or 2 months, my manager, I guess, asked me if I wanted to stay and work just the weekends and stuff like that. Well, I asked her if I could just work the weekends, and she agreed, and I was like, hallelujah, bitch, come through. Yeah, and then the weird thing is that I worked there for 3-4 months, and then I requested a couple weeks off for midterms and stuff like that, and she moved my manager, transferred stores. She was the best manager I've ever had. She was so professional. She knew how to handle every single situation, which is unbelievable, to be honest. And she was just freaking amazing. I swear to the lords. And then basically during the time that I left to focus on my education and stuff like that, we had a new manager, and I've never met her before in person. I've only spoken to her over the phone and stuff like that. And yeah, and then eventually the quarantine thing happened, and then all of this shebang happened in 2020. So I had to basically leave the company in July, I think. And then it was the saddest thing. I was crying over the phone, and it was just the most embarrassing and most dramaticest thing ever. But I just want to point out how great of an experience I had working at Nordstrom. Everyone was so mature. Obviously, there were a couple crackheads that irritated me, but other than that, it was such a great experience, and I just wish I was able to extend that experience a little bit longer. And my goal was to work there for at least a year before I freaking quit, which is so annoying. I obviously have to go back once this whole thing is over, because I just can't have my freaking resume just cut off after 9 months. That's irritating. I swear to God. I don't even freaking know. Yeah, I had such a great experience working at Nordstrom. Everyone was really mature. And I just kind of did my job and went home. The thing is, I wasn't a salesperson. I was working on the back end of the store. I did web fulfillment and other stuff, so maybe that's why my job was a little bit more chill. But I know the salespeople are hella fucking catty. I was like working in the women's sales department one day, and like they were just screaming at each other, calling each other greedy and shit like that. I'm like, if you can. If you can deal with that, then I guess like Nordstrom's a great company to work for, but I can't deal with that, so I can't be a salesperson. You feel? But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode and my experience working at Nordstrom. It was actually so much fun. And it just felt like a job. You would go in and like do your job and kind of go home. And like they were really easygoing. Like they were so chill. Like I like working from H&M to Nordstrom is like day and night. Like at Nordstrom, it's so chill, and at H&M it's so like fast paced. Like for example, you're expected to pick up at least like 10 hangers while you're walking to the elevator. At Nordstrom, you can just walk to the elevator and be free. At H&M, I have to tell my manager when I'm going to the bathroom, when I'm going to lunch and stuff like that. It's a whole shebang. It's day and night. Nordstrom, amazing. Recommend. Bye.